Yo, 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 yo. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. You know what time it is. You know what day it is. You know what hour, minute, second it is. Yes, sirree. It is me. It is me. It's that DOOGIFRANCHISE. Yes, sirree, in the place to be. And I am not alone. I am not alone. Oh, no, 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 no. I got a guest with me. And trust me, I know what you're thinking, but he ain't tell us the title of the show yet. That's because it's simple. Here's the reason. I'm going to do it now. It's show off season. And like I said before, I am not alone. Oh, no, 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 no. It's show off season, so I got a guest with me. Now, I know. You've heard him before. He's on plenty of episodes. He's like one of the main hosts. But he's still a talent. He still does shit. It's my guy. You know what I mean? He's not the only person who's a host who got their own episode. Someone else did. It's his turn. It's his time. Now this guy, let's break down some of the stuff he does. He's a singer, songwriter. He dances. Anything else you want me to throw in there? Actor. Oh,
Martial artist.
which is not going to be something we explain in this conversation, but we're going to still enjoy it. But some know him as Asa Raheem. Some know him as Ice Raheem. We call him pretty ass voice, pretty ass voice, pretty ass voice.
I did not miss that.
Oh, welcome back.
Wait, do it again.
Pretty ass voice, pretty ass voice, pretty ass voice. That was actually really good. I like that.
Thank you.
All right. So, how you doing, bro?
I'm pretty good.
Like,
Dig an intro, man. It's been a while since I've been on an episode, and I missed the intro. I missed the improvicity of it. I probably did not say that word right, but you get what I'm saying.
yeah, man, I practice. I'm not gonna lie to you. I practice these things. So, we're here to talk about, you as a musical artist and talent, because,
Mm-hmm.
as, my friend who always tries to encourage you all the time with music and stuff and all that beautiful stuff. And breaking news, he's also my roommate.
Yes. A couple months of more than a few months in now. When I moving like around mid to end of May.
Yeah.
Wait, when Mother's Day is in May, right?
Mother's, yeah.
Yeah, so I moved in like the weekend right after Mother's Day. So like yeah.
Yeah. So he's my roommate. So, we try to collab and always come up with creative ideas. I'm always working on stuff. He's always there. I'm always annoying him for him to listen or, just annoy him, period.
Every 10 minutes.
Every 10 minutes. I need to cut that time down to 5.
You don't though.
Yeah, I do.
You really don't.
Yeah. But anywho, let's talk about music, bro. Let's talk about music.
No, absolutely.
So, what is the driving force that led you to do music or get into music in general?
I was kind of forced into it. Like real talk, when I was a kid, of course, when everyone was a kid, they always just love to like just blurt out whatever like song they hear or shit like that. So I remember like the very first song I ever heard is this old song, all the way like back in the 1960s. I can't remember the artist right now, but I'll get back to y'all on that later. But it was a song called "You Talk Too Much." So I would just be like a
How
little
does that song
toddler.
go?
You talk too much everywhere you go. You talk about people you don't even know. You just talk. You talk too much.
That's funny.
Like that's like the earliest memory of a song that I remember hearing. So just imagine like a 2 to 3 year old just running around the house, just singing it, screaming at people. You talk too much. You talk too much. I got popped more than a few times. But yeah, when I was about 6 years old, my mother and my brother and I, we were visiting our grandmother, who actually used to live not too far from here, over on Pelham,
Oh,
over
cool.
right over my room. She lived in one of the apartment buildings over there. So the main entrance to her building was just like this giant grand hall. Had like really good acoustics. So just to try something out, my mother taught my brother and I how to harmonize right there. Like she gave me a note, she gave him a note, then she would bring the third note, and like she just heard us and like, huh, y'all sound really good. So she decided to just start to nurture that. Of course, me being 6 years old, I didn't really want to bother with that. But it's just something mom said do it, so I did it. And then eventually, she. So at the time of this, we were actually like going from shelter to shelter. We were living in this one shelter, and that was actually run by a bunch of nuns. And the nuns
All right.
knew about this boys choir, not the Harlem Boys Choir. Although we were living in Harlem at the time, it wasn't the Harlem Boys Choir. This is very this is very important to know. We were the New York City Boys Choir, not the Harlem Boys Choir. We got that a lot when we were younger. So we joined the New York City Boys Choir, and from then on, every day, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday after school, we would all just go. My brother and I would always go to choir right after that, and that was basically my entire life. Like it went from the New York City Boys Choir to becoming the New York City Housing Authority Youth Chorus, and from when I was like 6 or 7 years old all the way to when I was 25, I was a part of this chorus. We've had a few directors, we had like more than a few members, but my brother and I, we were like the A1 day ones. Like people came and went, we were there from the start. But on top of that, we were also my mother, my brother, and I. We were also our own Trinity. My mother called us the Raheem Singing Family Ministry. We gospel, church songs, no matter what. We were like, my mother used to like hire us out. We would like do gigs, performing at churches. Then we like make contact with the church. Hey, you should come to this church. Sing over here. Okay, we go to this church now. Sing over here. And on top of that, we were also doing the youth chorus thing. So like my brother and I were just all over the place, back and forth, performing. If it wasn't with the chorus, we performed with our mom. If it was with our mom, we were performing with the chorus.
Okay. All right. That's what's up. I like that. That's actually a really cool story. I didn't know that. That's actually a cool story. Like, oh shit. So, all right. So, I mean, you've been really, really doing this.
I've
Like,
been performing my entire life. Like
but
you
so you were mostly mainly in churches, though.
Okay, so with our mother, yes. But with the chorus, both the boys choir and the night Night chorus,
Mm-hmm.
we did a variety of things. And through those variety of things, we actually met people, made contacts and stuff like that I got involved with other things as well. Like all right, so for instance, um shout out to my friend Alvin Fields. He
Alvin and the Chipmunks. I don't know why.
Oh no, we made that joke so many times.
Okay, I don't
You
know why.
have
That,
no idea.
I don't know why that came to my head. So
Listen,
you said Alvin?
I first met him when I was 8 years old. Okay, now just think about how many times your name is Alvin, and an 8-year-old just found out your name is Alvin. You really think he's not gonna make an and the Chipmunks joke?
Oh,
But through Alvin, I was actually involved with a lot of singing background vocals for a lot of artists.
oh, cool.
The Born Sinner album, J. Cole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on like 4 or 5 of those tracks as a
Oh
background singer.
shit, that's
The
breaking news.
troubles of this world. I'm a born sinner on my way, on my way, on my way
All
now.
right.
Yeah, we was on like mad of those tracks singing background.
See, ain't nobody knew that. Nah,
Uh,
I didn't even know that. I knew he did background vocals, but I didn't know who he did it first because he always kept it a secret. Now we into his show up season. Now it's your bragging rights. I dig it.
um, uh, with the chorus, we actually did a I actually don't know if I ever told you this, but we actually did a Nickelodeon commercial that never aired.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, we actually that was actually a collaboration project because Nickelodeon was going around looking for choruses and singers like that. Word got to them about us. They reached out to our director, Mr. Matthew. Shout out to Mr. Matthew, and They came in, they looked at us, they heard us sing, they loved us, so we came on Nickelodeon. We was in an old theater, and it was a collaboration actually. There was another chorus there, the Brooklyn Youth Tabernacle, I think it was the. Can't say for certain, but yeah, we did a Nickelodeon commercial. You can still find it online, but it never aired. If I can actually, I'm gonna send you the link one day if I actually get the chance.
You know, you have access to the podcast.
Instagram,
IG,
right?
You might as
Yeah,
well
you want to just post it up
yo,
there?
you might as well just flex, yo, flex,
Alright, man.
flex. I might,
Also, I think it was in '03, '04. It was definitely around the time that I was in middle school. Elton John did a concert series, a whole series of concerts at Radio City Music Hall. We were involved in the background chorus for that. The R&B singer Darlene Love, she put on a couple of holiday concerts over in New Jersey at the Bergen Pack Theater. Her son, a friend of mine named Clayton, he got me and my brother and a couple of us from the chorus. He didn't bring the whole chorus, but he got a couple of us to do background for her at the thing, which is actually where I first met Tevin Campbell.
oh,
And you know how much of a fan I am
yeah,
of Tevin Campbell.
yeah.
Anyone who listens to this podcast knows how much of a fan I am of Tevin Campbell.
It's not true, but all right, yeah, yeah, all right. So this was great. So this leads into the next question of like, yo, who are some of your like influences and favorites? Like,
Okay, if I'm going to go with my top 3 influences
Let's not
of
go with
all
top
time. No,
three.
I'm going to start with my top. I'm just
What do
going to
you
start
mean?
my top 3, and I'm going to
Relax.
expand from there.
let's go with
All right?
top 5, and then expand from top 5.
Oh, you want me to expand from top 5? Okay, see, it was been a lot easier if I said from top 3, but I'll do top 5. Okay, so my top 5, right? Instantly, because I'm an old school head. Before
And
anything and everything.
do
'Cause-
give whys.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, I already said earlier, the very first song I heard was back from the 1960s. So I was raised on a lot of old school music. So definitely Michael Jackson is always going to be at the top. Okay, one of another performances that we did as a chorus was so you know how there was a Motown revival thing on Broadway?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that first back in the 90s.
Got you.
Me, the New York City Boys Choir and the New York City Housing Choir. It was another like a sister choir to us at the time. The two choirs came together and we did a Motown revival. We did that 2 years at the Apollo Theater.
Nice.
I was too young to do it the first time around, but the second time around we did it, and of course me and my brother and a couple of us, we were of course the Jackson 5. But Motown music for like months and months and months on end would be the only thing that I was hearing for a while, and I loved every single minute of it. But being actually performing as the Jackson 5, that was always just the most fun to me. I love performing on that stage. I love doing the dance moves and stuff, singing the songs. My brother actually sang lead. He was Michael for that show, but I was in the background, but it was all good.
Wait. Let me add one bit to these questions.
Of course.
So starting with each person, tell us your favorite song from them too. As you tell why, tell me your favorite song. So your favorite Jackson song, if you could pick one. Everybody got their one go-to song.
I can't just pick a Michael Jackson song as a go-to
There's
song.
a gun to your head. You got to pick one.
Okay, Jackson 5, or Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson. Jackson's 5. That's a whole different like conversation. Ooh.
All right, gun in my head. I had to just pick a song, any song. I'm going to go with Just Good Friends off the Bad album.
For real?
There's a song that he did with Stevie Wonder.
Okay.
My baby love me though she never shows she cares. No, you won't see her kiss and hug me. My baby love me, but she
weird.
acts like I'm not there.
That's funny.
No, you won't see her kiss and hug me. Ooh, if they ask you, just tell them that we're just good friends.
All right. That's cool. It's funny because I don't think I have a Michael Jackson story I've never told you.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd love to hear that.
Okay. So, all right. So I've been working in schools like my whole life.
Right.
So one of the programs I worked for we had to do a showcase. So you got the students all performing, but then you have to have the staff perform. So, all right, guys, this is another exclusive. Uh, Dwayne, the Doogie franchise, me, yes. If you don't know me, you wouldn't know, but I'm actually a dancer. I dance, all that shit.
I've seen it.
Yeah, like I don't do it often, but I used to do it a lot. And like in the days of like high school and stuff, I was super into the dance. I was like in a documentary and stuff. But for this performance, we did like eras of music, and then like I I was supposed to be Michael Jackson. Now, here's the thing though. There was another person. We had to come up with the skit, so we was like, all right, cool. I was like, yo, I can dance. And then they were playing Michael Jackson. I was dancing, and then the dude, he wasn't really a dancer, but he was a character. And I'll never forget, his name was Ryan. So we was like, yo, what if we get Black Mike versus White Mike? so, so now, the funniest thing is, one of my friends from high school came to that show, and it was a show. It was put on in a center. Things was going awry.
I'm sorry, real quick. This is back when you was working in the LES, right?
No. This was before the LES.
This is before that. Oh
Yeah.
shit. Okay, this is way back. Okay.
Yeah, man. I used to be in a lot of shit, bro. So with this one, stuff was going crazy, and it was like, yo, we need someone to hold the audience for like at least 10 minutes. And I'm like, what? So then they just started playing Michael. Now, I had on the white shirt, the high water slacks. I had like a hat. I got a wig on. They just threw fucking powder on my face. So
Wait, I thought you were supposed to be Black Mike.
no, White Mike. He was Black Mike.
Why were you?
Because he was no offense, he was darker than me. So there was like, you're black.
Mike wasn't that dark.
Huh? Yeah, but hey, man, listen. One of us had to be White Mike. He can get away with doing bass, because like, okay, think about it. Black Mike had a couple good signature go-to moves from music videos. White Mike was a little bit more super eccentric. So
I'm just remembering now that MTV Michael Jackson documentary with Flex Anderson.
yeah, that's exactly what it looked like. And then like, yo, I kid you not, right? I ran out, and my boy he was recording for me because they wanted us to document the whole show. He sees me come out dancing, and he's like, this nigga's really holding the people for 10 minutes. Now, the neighbors that, this was at the time living in this house, the neighbors that I used to have upstairs, they got me the job, and they were shocked because they were there. I didn't even know they were there. They were like, yo. And then other people that knew me were there like, yo, dude, I did not know that about you. Like, to this day, not my own family doesn't even know I did dancing and stuff like that. So that's an exclusive. But enough about me, because this ain't about me. It's more about you. So Michael Jackson, and the song you said was what?
Just Good Friends.
And your reason because?
For that song?
No, I mean.
Oh, for reason for Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he was just he was like the most early, he's like one of the earlier, but definitely one of the most major influences of my musical life. Like,
gotcha. Next is number 2.
Number 2 is definitely Prince.
Prince?
Now, Prince, admittedly, is probably one of the more recent ones of mine. But while his influence has been throughout, I've been listening to his music since I was a kid, yes. I wasn't listening to his music.
That's fair.
Right? Now, this probably started around the time that I started playing the guitar, which was probably around like 2014, 2015. And when I started looking into, like, guitar techniques, guitar lessons, like looking at other people play the guitar, a lot of times I would always go back to Prince. And that was just something major for me. I'm like, oh my God, I love the way that this guy plays. I love the way this guy performs. Like, I can definitely see why he was like seen as the 80s rival to Michael Jackson. Like, I really wish I knew and understood more about his music growing up, but it wasn't meant for me to understand when I was growing up. This is the time for me to understand it now. I have a better appreciation for the stuff that he did, better appreciation for who he was, both as an artist, as a person. I know the next question. This was my favorite song.
Or go-to song.
My go-to song. Okay, so my go-to song is probably one that not a lot of people will know. It's called "You're Gonna See Me." Um, uh, give me a page on my two-way, and I'll hit you back with no delay. And when you hear all I've got to say, you're gonna see me. Whether in person or the phone, I've got to get you all alone. And when I do, baby, it's on. You're gonna see me. You're gonna see me.
Okay.
That one came out back in '09 off the Maple Sound album. It's probably not pronounced Maple Sound, but it's MPL Sound, and my brain always just corrects, fills in the blanks as Maple Sound. It might not even be that. I don't know. Maybe I think it is Maple Sound just because it's a sweet sound and maple sweet, whatever. That's just probably me overthinking. Who knows?
All right. 3.
Number 3, George Michael. I keep telling you, I'm an old head.
Careless Whisper?
No, actually. And as much as I do love that song, okay, well, let me get into the why first.
Good.
So the first time, okay, it's not the first time I heard him, but like the first time I heard him and knew who I was listening to, like knew what the hell I was looking at, was, I guess, 2011, maybe 2012. It was around the time that I had first started working at Stomp, right? So a fun story. The very first iPod, hell, that's my throat right there. The very first iPod I ever owned was actually belonged to my former boss at Stomp, a guy named Wilson. Shout out to Wilson. Wilson was getting rid of his old iPod because he was getting an iPhone. No, he had just got an iPhone. So he said he doesn't need his iPod anymore. So I bought it off of him. Now, he didn't take off any of the music that was on there. He kept everything on as is. So I just kind of adopted all his, music. And, like, I don't mind doing stuff like that because I like to listen to things that I never listened to, expand my horizons and stuff like that.
I get that.
So as I'm going through his iPod, I get to Wham, I get to George Michael. Now, I knew who this person was, but I didn't know who this person was. So one of the things I turned on his music video for the song Faith. Because I gotta have faith, and I'm like,
oh, I do know that song.
Right. And I'm looking at the music video, I'm like, yo, I fucking dig this. I like his outfit. I like his style. I like that little one dangling earring for absolute fucking no reason.
I'm really starting to notice a theme with you. So.
So I'm looking at him like I like this guy because I'm looking at him sing, I'm looking at him perform in this music video, and he is a very energetic person. And the more I looked into the stuff that he was doing, the more I see that energy. And then I got into the stuff that he wrote. I got into that he collaborated. I got into stuff that he performed. And like, you ever heard him? Okay, you know that Stevie Wonder song, As?
No.
Until the rainbow burns the stars out of the sky. Okay. So he actually did a cover of that with Mary J. Blige.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, I fucking dig it. I've always loved the song before. I love the song now. I like the way that he does things. So for my go-to song with him, though, it would probably have to be either Father Figure or I Want Your Sex. I'm actually going to go with I Want Your Sex, actually. Let me go with I Want Your Sex.
All right.
I'm a very direct and to-the-point kind of person, and it don't get no direct and to the point than that. I want to meet a girl, and next time I go to karaoke, I'm going to find a girl that I like across the bar. Put that song on.
I dare you.
Yo, over there.
I
want your sex.
It's weird, yo, and it's weird. This is gonna sound. I didn't realize how many George Michael songs I actually knew until you start naming them. I'm like, I know that song.
You a father figure? I will be your father figure. Put your tiny hands in mine.
All right. 4.
Number 4 is definitely Luther Vandross.
Luther Vandross.
Now, I am a sucker for a good old-fashioned love song.
Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And Luther is all about that.
Ain't nothing wrong with
He's another one that okay, so my musical taste really started establishing once I became more in control of what music I can listen to on my own free time. Instead of being like subjected to whatever I can just kind of like catch on the radio at the time, which is really only going to be like the top 20 hits of the month or some shit. So you want to listen to the same damn songs over and over and over again. Or just like on the whims of whatever my mother was playing, because she had the CD collection and would like blast the music through the stereo. We'll get into some of the songs I would keep hearing when that was playing in a minute. But yeah, like when I got my own, the first one I had was Immortal Zen. Do you remember those?
No.
Yeah, no one does. It was just this weird MP3 player, but it was apparently like some hot shit, apparently, or at least that's what the fuck I was told. But everyone I went to it, they're like, I have no idea what this is. So I'm like, apparently it's not that hot shit. But yeah, it was an Immortal Zen. I got that from my god brother Danny, and Isaiah and my brother. We would kind of just share that. But yeah, when I got my own CD player, when I got my own job, so I could start buying my own CDs, when I got my own iPod, when I started doing that, that's when my own musical taste started to like really take root. And that brings me to Luther Vandross, because I heard growing up, I really only heard like 2 Luther Vandross songs over and over and over.
1,000 Kisses and
yeah, Never Too Much.
Yeah.
1,000 Kisses from You. Yeah, Never Too Much, and A House Is Not a Home.
Okay.
I heard Ruben Studdard sing Superstar, because American Idol and shit like that. That was one of the songs that he did, and I remember he had a little EP in which he did that and Flying Without Wings. So I heard that. I heard Ruben Studdard sing Superstar. No idea that was a Luther Vandross song. So when I got more into discovering who Luther Vandross is, when I started being able to like, again, establish my own musical taste and identity, I started looking to more Luther Vandross songs. If I'm gonna pick what song would be my go-to, it would definitely be So Amazing. It's so amazing to be loved. I'd follow you to the moon and the sky above. Love that song.
All right.
Find that to be a very romantic song. And again, I'm a sucker for love song. I'm a sucker for romance. So that would be my go-to song.
5.
Number 5. Number 5 would definitely be Stevie Wonder.
Okay. I dig it.
I love Stevie Wonder. That's another one of those Motown roots. That's another one of the songs that I would constantly hear over and over and over and over and over again. For my go-to song for him, it would probably be and If You Really Love Me. And if you really love me, won't you tell me, so I won't have to be hanging around.
Okay.
It's a lovely song. But like, to get more into why, and probably to more so justify why he's number 5. I want these top 5 rankings not to be anything like, it's just where he falls in that order. Not so much of what I think about him, like I think he's lesser than the other people or anything like that. No, that's not the case at all.
No,
I love Stevie Wonder, and I love his music. I grew up listening to his music. Again, that Motown production that we did, that's where I'm really solidified in. That was my first real taste of music and like everything within that era, because hell, if this was just an all Motown list, I could have put Temptation. I could have put the Four Potatoes. I could have put Smokey Robinson. I could have put mad people onto this thing. Diana Ross, the Marvelettes, so many people. But I just had to, pick through my top 5, and these guys would just happen to be my top 5.
All right. So who you listen to now, though?
Okay, well, I'm listening to them now. So, obviously, Okay, I shouldn't say okay, kind of obviously because no, and here's why I say obviously.
Say obviously to me.
The argument over who would be the successor to Michael Jackson, like I don't think that that's a thing. I don't think that anyone can really succeed him. I don't think anyone can take over at who is like the king of pop. That's a title that he has that is born with him, will die with
Time
him.
out. Are you looking for a successor to Michael Jackson?
No,
Is that
absolutely
your-
not.
so, all
But
right.
this conversation constantly comes up.
I know, but I want to just know who are you as Asa listening to? I don't
Oh,
want.
that's leading into who I'm about to say.
Okay.
I like to listen to Usher.
Okay. I love Usher. You know
Everyone
me.
loves Usher.
No.
Okay, not everyone loves
Don't
Usher, but still.
listen. Usher, like between Usher and Neil, they guide me through life.
Yeah,
Especially Usher.
Usher, Neo. I love Neo. I love Neo. I love his songwriting. I love his artistry. Definitely Babyface. I'm a '90s R&B kid. Babyface wrote like half of my favorite '90s R&B songs from a lot of my favorite artists. Boyz II Men, Tevin Campbell. Tevin Campbell. I still listen to him a lot. I was like, is he gonna come out with another song? I doubt he's gonna come out with another song, but still.
All right. That's it. That's all you listen to?
Oh no, I definitely listen a lot more. You know, if I were to get into a different genre, because yeah, I do love R&B, but there's more to it than that. I also love hip hop.
Do you?
And if I were to go through some of my favorite hip hop artists, one of them definitely be Ti.
I'm sorry. Continue.
I know you are. Anyway, so yeah, Ti is definitely one of my favorite hip hop artists. I don't really follow anybody like politics or anything like that. His opinions on how things are going on in the world, that's one thing. I choose not to address or talk about that. But his music, that was like probably one of the, like, again, when I was telling you that I was like starting to establish my taste in music, his CDs were some of the first CDs that I ever bought.
Okay.
I love Outkast. God, I love Outkast. Outkast is so good.
All right.
Nas, for damn sure.
All right, that one's new to me. Didn't know you like Nas.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Really?
Serious.
Could have swore I told you that.
Bro, if I'd have known that, you and Reggie would have super connected because that's like he goes the God Nas. That would have been dope. So all right, let's not talk about other people. Let's focus on you now again.
All right, well, if I were going to some another genre.
Not what I meant.
Oh, okay.
What's your approach to music like? Because like on your music,
My music.
your music, or music in general, like stuff you do. Because I know you do covers, you write your own stuff. What's your approach?
I've actually had a lot of different approaches.
Give us one.
Okay, so
The approach can always change.
on one approach is I try to say to myself, what is it that I'm actually trying to say in this song? And who am I trying to say it to, you know? If I were to like just quote the lyrics of a song verbatim, what would like just speak it as opposed to just singing it? Like what would I be saying? Would it sound right? Would it make any sense whatsoever? You know? Stuff like that. Another approach is I just try to like just throw things at the wall, sort of just see what sticks, you know? Just start writing, just writing endlessly, and then eventually something will come from that. Whether you just start from one line and just work your way around that, or you just start from the top and just keep writing. Okay, this doesn't work. Just put it to the side. You don't throw it out because you might need that for later. So you just put it to the side, keep writing. Okay, this could connect with that. Okay, I can bring that back in now.
So if I was to feed you a random line right now, you would build a song about it.
Yeah, I could.
Like right here, right now. Like not even a long song, just a bit.
I could probably do it. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Mango skin.
Mango skins.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to write a song about mango skins in 1 minute. Okay. Sweet tender baby, soft and juicy lips. Wanna get a taste of you, my sweet mango skins.
All right. All right. All right. Snap. Hold on. All right. That's what's up. That's what's up. What is let's just get into goals. What are some of your musical goals, man? What do you want to be? What do you want to be? What are some of your goals you're trying to set, especially now?
Especially now, yes.
Like before we started recording, I was like, you should do a mixtape. What are yours? Or start a SoundCloud of just your shit. What is your goals?
Hmm. I've actually often thought about this because there's like so many things that I want to do.
All right,
I know there's a lot
of
of things that I need. I do need to just like focus and zero in on one thing, but that doesn't mean I want to neglect the other things that I like to do because again, I love singing. Like singing will always be my first love.
And but what are your musical goals?
My
Because
music goals specifically.
yeah, because you can start with one thing, and the one thing could lead into the next.
Well, my music goals are to create and to perform.
Okay.
I want to write music. I want to make music. I want to perform said music. And I mean, I'm not really thinking about what's going to come from that or where I could go from there. But I really just want to do it, you know? I want to perform. I want to, whether it's a big stage, a small stage, I want my music. I want to just make the music and see where it could take me.
Okay. So you wanna have your own showcase.
I'd like one, yeah.
Yeah. All right. No, I get that. I get that. It's like it's weird because all right, folks. This is honestly a little harder to interview than my usual guest because me and him actually talk about this kind of shit literally a lot.
You think that'd make it easier?
Yeah, and it's one of those situations where it's like this podcast is for like what he wants to do. Like that's why like it's constantly out here is to introduce people and get people like as you can see I'm trying to get him to sing as much as he can in one episode and he still gets a performance. He's still getting a performance later on. And it's like this is the goal to produce. And that's one of your goals is to produce your music and content.
Mm-hmm.
So I am just trying to push you as much as I can to do it. Even if sometimes I know I'm being an asshole or a jerk to annoy you, but I'm trying to push because I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're gonna have a little fun, right? Have you ever used your musical talents in unique ways? You know?
That's so funny you just asked that because I was literally just thinking back to something that I did when I was a kid.
Okay.
Okay, so technically the very first song I ever wrote necessarily was my voicemail message. So when I was so I think after I think it was after my first year of high school, I got my very first cell phone. It was like an old flip boost phone. Remember the one that still had that chirp where you at shit?
Yeah.
And like when that person would talk back, you had no idea what the hell they just said. Like, where you at?
Just chilling on the phone. What you doing?
Yeah.
Dope ass commercial though. Remember the one Kanye Ludacris
What?
game? Damn, that was a dope ass commercial.
Side what?
So when I first got that phone, around that time, I think Neo just dropped his first album. In my own words. And
classic.
One of my favorite tracks on that album was "When You're Mad." So I took the melody of the song and I wrote my own lyrics to it, and that was my voicemail message.
You still remember it?
Absolutely.
Go ahead. Hold on.
It's just the cutest thing when you leave a message on my phone. I will get back to you as soon as I can. I promise. I don't mean no disrespect when I don't answer, knowing that you're calling my phone. I'm sorry. Just leave a message at the beep. Yeah.
Hey, yo, my nigga, listen. You might have to get 2 voicemails because if you're gonna serenade niggas while they pick on your phone, this just gonna be awkward as fuck. I ain't calling you no more. We just gonna stick to the beeping and the chirping. Maybe a text or two. I don't know, but I damn sure ain't calling you if this is what I'm responding to. If you ain't gonna pick, nigga, if you ain't gonna pick up, just at least push talk and hang up. I don't want that shit to happen to me again. All right. Shit, I damn near touch myself. I don't like it. Nah.
Yo, would be funny. You gotta like deliver OD bad news, but you gotta hear that shit first.
Yo, like, man. Yo, my nigga Chris dead.
Yo, he got shot. He in the hospital, man.
I mean, it's like, I'm sorry. Yeah, like, this is awkward. All right. Nah, that's like, it'd be like, all right. So you did mention karaoke, and it's one of those things I know you like to do. Do you use karaoke as a way of getting reps in and practicing as much as you can?
No, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, I mostly use it for fun, but you know, if you're at a karaoke and like, yo, we turned out at Oprah. We know how to get.
Don't throw this we stuff out there. That's on you.
No, we turned.
Nah,
don't act like you ain't
you.
do. I got a video
You.
on my phone.
You ain't gonna use no drunk video of me just singing the song.
Listen, all I'm saying is if we can get a room full of people at a bar hype for our performance. That's practice on crowd work. It's practice on performing. Remember the karaoke I did in Mexico? Shut the whole party down. Wasn't nobody trying to go up after me. No, you practice your singing because the more you do it, the better you're gonna get at it. You know.
I dig it. Yo, you like to dance? You like to dance?
I like to dance.
Or do you love to dance?
I like to dance. I'm not gonna like try to say anything like, you know, I'm good at dancing. I've never actually. No, that's actually not true. I did take one summer of dance lessons.
You know, you're a big old ball of dancing energy. I'll give you that.
Oh no, I'm definitely.
But this is where it leads into. Have you ever tried creating dance music?
No, I never actually have tried creating dance music.
You should probably try that. It's because of your voice, it sounds perfect for like something people can dance to. Like you and another person who's been on this show, I told her like your voice will be great for some dance music, like something people can just.
Who was that again?
Huh?
Who was that again that you said? Oh, okay, yeah.
Like it's one of those things where like you can do it, especially if you just with a simple drum, bass, basic 4 count. Like a Michael Jackson count, whatever. You could do it. Like, try it out. Well, technically, I would have to make the beat for you because I kind of realized I've been doing the beats for all this stuff.
No, I've made a couple beats. I'm still, you know, working that out stuff mostly, but like yeah.
Hey man, then we should collab more because, like I said, like especially now because I'm learning keys. Let's talk about some of your best and worst moments in music. Let's start with your worst moment. Anything that come to mind? It's like, fuck. If you don't, we could jump to best.
It's, I again, I've been doing this shit for so long.
So just pick
Like,
one.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember one. I'm trying to remember
Uh.
my best. I'm trying to remember our worst. I'm trying to remember all of them. You know.
What's your favorite? If there's something that just, as soon as you say the favorite, what's the one thing that pops in your head?
So growing up with the chorus, we used to do a lot of holiday concerts at FIT. In fact, just just a holiday season around chorus time was always just so much fun to me. We had a lot of great holiday songs, a lot of great Christmas songs. Also, shortly after Michael Jackson's passing, we actually did start singing some of his songs. Like put that into the choir repertoire. We had our own arrangements of a lot of those songs. So it was really good.
Alright.
Hell, I even got to sing. I even got to sing the lead on those Michael Jackson songs.
Look at you.
We did "Will You Be There," "Man in the Mirror," and "Heal the World."
Look at you. Started out as a background singer to the Michael Jackson bits, and now you look at you, front, lead, and center.
Yeah, dude.
Look at me now. Started from the bottom, now I'm here.
Always had these headphones.
All right. So, since you can't really think of one of your worst, is there any advice you would give to anybody who wants to do music, like sing, and any advice? Or any life advice?
I would say really just be yourself. Be just unapologetically you. Find what it is you love about music, what it is you want to do with that love with the music, and do it. Don't try to do what's popular. Don't try to force yourself into some other niche or some other category. Like just because something's hot and popping for the moment, you know. If you're more genuine, your music's gonna resonate more because what you're doing it from a place of genuine love. So if you don't love what you're doing, then no one else is gonna love what you're doing. So just do what you love. Be yourself.
You're right. That's beautiful. But you know what comes next? Drop thy social so people, because we have to end this show. It is late. We are recording this super late. Me and him both got to go to bed. I got to be up soon. He got to be up soon after. So if you want to hit him up or hear him, you could wait till next week for the performance episode dropping. Or you could check him out on social media at.
You can catch me on IG at ice_Raheem. That is also the name of my Twitter account, as well as my TikTok.
All right. Check him out there. Listen to some of his covers and songs and stuff he's done. Comment. Collab. Hit him up. Say, I want your voice for something. Me, on the other hand, like I said before, your boy's trying to get into voiceover and, step into his own little new niche. That's me. But you can also follow the podcast at It's Show of Season. I ain't spelling it out for you because it's spelled exactly how it sounds, but just as one word. But me personally, if you want to, you can follow me at DOOGIFRANCHISE. Matter of fact, let me spell it out slower and easier for the first time ever on this show. DOOGIFRANCHISE. But, guys, once again, Ice, thank you for coming on. Me, like to say to you, I want you to succeed, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get it.
Absolutely.
I feel like you got something you want to say.
Thanks for giving me my own episode. Thank y'all for tuning in and listening in. I look forward to hearing from y'all.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, goodbye and good night.